So this has about 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil, and we have 1 onion sliced again. Let's talk about pulao and biryani, because I think that confuses people a bit, people who are not used to the difference between the two. Pulao is cooked by the absorption method, and what that means is I'm going to add water and broth, whatever, and then rice is going to cook in that liquid. Versus biryani is you parboil the rice separately, and the veggies or the meat are cooked separately, and then they are layered together and steamed, and that would be a biryani. A quick way to tell the difference between biryani and pulao is just by looking at it. Pulao is going to be more universal colored because the same liquid has gone into all the rice, versus biryani traditionally would be you'll see some of the grains would be multicolor because they do tend to either put in some yellow food coloring or saffron in it. So some of the grains would be white and some of the grains would be yellow. And that's an easy way to tell whether it's pulao or biryani. So this is going to be pulao. I love pulao because I feel it's more evenly flavored. So each grain of rice has the flavor. This is 1 onion for 2 cups of rice. I have soaked 2 cups of rice in water for about 15 minutes. And then once my onion turns again a golden brown, I will add the spices. I have divided the spices in 2 different categories. The spices that I'm going to add directly with my onions. I have some black peppercorn, about 10 black peppercorns, 3 green cardamoms, about 8 or so cloves, 4 bay leaves, 1 stick of cinnamon, 1 black cardamom, and then half a teaspoon of cumin and half a teaspoon of fennel seeds. So this is all spices that will go into the onions as soon as they turn a light golden brown. It's time to start adding the veggies. So we add our 1 carrot, and I will add about a cup of frozen veggies. Whatever you have in the freezer, doesn't matter. So what does mine have? It's mixed veggies with carrots, corn, green beans, and lima beans. So about a cup. And then I'll add my potato and 1 sweet onion. So lots of variety of vegetables. That looks to be about a cup. I'll give it a quick stir and then add in my potato. One potato and just rough chop it. This many pieces. And I'll add the bell pepper too, so I'll add the red bell pepper for color. And I'll slice it lengthwise. Okay, all done. Lots of veggies. So this will be a very colorful pulao. I will add all my spices too in a minute. Saute it a little bit more so that the veggies cook just a little bit. Maybe for a minute or 2 before we add the rice. Now you can add and cook it in water. I actually had made some stock, so I'll make it a little bit more flavorful, and I will cook it in stock. We are ready to start with our back on our vegetable pulao. So I have 1.5 teaspoon of paprika, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 2 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of cayenne, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. I'm going to add all my masalas, my spices, and I will add the rice now. So this is 2 cups of rice. Just do a quick mix of the rice. Now you have 2 choices. You can cook this in water, or you can cook it in broth, vegetable broth, chicken broth, whatever kind of broth. I had made some stock at home. This is about 2 cups. I'll add that. Mix it all nicely. I need to add 1 more cup. My ratio, this is basmati rice, my ratio is about 1 to 1.5. Then increase the flame so that it comes to a boil, and then we put the lid on and let it cook. So this has now been cooking for 10 minutes. All the liquid has been absorbed by the rice. I have just turned the stove down to a low setting, as low as you can get, and it's going to now just simmer at low for about 20 minutes.